Greetings, fellow Americans. Welcome to Fireside Chats, State of Our Nation. I am your host, Susanna Tanner, candidate for House of Representatives 2026 and President 2028. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Well, in the last 3 decades, we have seen a rise in mass shootings in places like schools and churches and other public spaces. A few days ago, there was a mass shooting in Minnesota. I, among many others, have already contacted the governor of Minnesota, Governor Walz, and offered my positive thoughts and well wishes to the survivors and the families of the victims. My heart goes out to everyone who was affected by this act of violence. The individual who committed this act of violence took the life of 2 children and injured 15 others. It has been reported that this individual previously attended this Catholic school. The name is Robin Westman, and she took out her hate and anger on innocent people. How do we get this to stop? How do we reduce these incidences? There are many paths that we can take to securely to keep our people safe who are attending church and school and other public areas. Making sure that counselors are available to those who want them is one step. If someone reaches out for help, we need to help them. We also have the option to hire community members, such as veterans, to guard our public places, our public spaces, at least during times when those spaces are in use. This could be utilized at churches and public schools, as well as other events. The community members would have the authority to stop crime in progress, as well as detain and question suspicious subjects on the premises of their post. So, if an individual decides to approach a school or a church or another public space with the intent to harm, they're going to get detained. They're going to be questioned, especially if they're being suspicious. There are signs to watch for. These guards would be the first line of defense in the event of an attack in any public space. Technology is also one of the ways that we can protect our public spaces. We have the ability to utilize anything from drones to cameras and anything in between. We do have the right to protect our spaces, as doing so protects us and our right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Protecting our public spaces is an exercise of and protects our First Amendment rights. When we protect our schools and our churches, our public spaces, we are saying we have a right to these. We're not going to be scared away. It also protects our right to due process. Providing security detail in personnel and technological form allows us to hold individuals accountable for their actions. We're able to gather evidence. We would also be secure in our 10th Amendment rights. The power not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. To the people. We, the people. Protecting our space is our right. There is nowhere in the Constitution that says otherwise, and there shouldn't be. One of the things that would be beneficial, though, is to make sure that community members get involved. It doesn't have to necessarily be a donation or a volunteer opportunity. Getting involved could mean that you're one of the guards. It could mean that you maybe make a donation or maybe you suggest something that would help improve the system. Everything has to be paid for. And what better way to really take control of these situations than to have the community fund the project and protect it? Now, I know I just said that doesn't necessarily mean that you would have to, donate to it. It's the individual's choice. But communities that take control of their safety definitely have lower, or I should say that they definitely have a better chance of preventing crime. Because everyone's going to be on the lookout for something, just a little something. It doesn't have to be funded through taxes either. We are all taxed enough. Instead, it would be through an individual's own desire to protect their community. For personnel, we set a wage. And for technology, we set a budget and limits. Some people already have technology. Maybe they would be willing to use it to assist such an effort. There are definitely many paths that we can take and definitely ways that we can save on the cost of such a project. My question is, how many of you believe that protecting our establishments are worth it? That is all I have for today. If you like this content and you'd like to leave a tip, you can scan the QR code that will be at the bottom of the screen after I end this live broadcast. I will also have a link in the description shortly within about 30 minutes. Thank you for your time, and may our path lead to peace and prosperity.